and welcome back to my blog. I think I'm going to finish up this chapter 10 on Aramaic and forgiveness from Why Is This Happening to Me Again? Remember, this is a conversation between the author, Dr. Michael Rice, and this fictitious Richard. Richard, has it occurred to you that just because someone could not live up to a teaching does not mean it has no value or that the problem lies within the teaching? It sounds like one of the issues was your parents' inability to live up to their ideals. That does not make them good or bad. It simply means that, like all humans, they were not perfect. It seems you attached the imperfection and abuse of your parents to their religion. Projecting your pain onto religion makes it difficult for you to see any benefit in it. I have seen many who simultaneously abandon their relationship with their parents and spiritual support systems in this fashion. I guess my parents deserve the right to be human, too. Perhaps I expected too much of them, he pondered. I can see that they were trying and doing the best they could. I feel relieved just knowing that. That insight is a result of forgiveness. It's a small but significant example of how forgiveness works, I said. What do you mean? You had a reality, a file, so to speak, called my parent or parents should have been perfect. According to your perception, they weren't, and you attached the pain, abuse, and resentment you experienced with them to your mind's file on parents. Whenever the reality parent was triggered, your perception of them or yourself as a parent was clouded by the complex of thoughts and feelings in that file. In Aramaic, forgive means to cancel. The minute you loosened your grip on your need for them to be perfect, in effect, you canceled your need for that perfection. The result of that action is your parent file opened and the abuse, pain, and resentment it contained began to release. This is true forgiveness in Aramaic. Certainly a radically different action than letting them off the hook. As the cloud over your perception of them lifted, a painful reality was in process of being forgiven, and you can now see them more realistically. I'm not sure I heard everything you just said, but I sure feel relieved, Richard sighed. You are not the only one who will experience relief, Richard. This release will impact not only your mother and father, but due to the new clarity in your parent file, your capacity to parent will also be enhanced. Notice your parents were not involved in this process, and neither they nor the actualities of the past have changed, yet you feel better. You are always in charge of your feelings, and no change is required of anyone but you in order for you to heal. Our natural state is happiness. The human being is designed to feel good. Just observe the ease and happiness of a child before it is impacted by our cultural insanities. You said the release process began, Michael. Does that mean it's not complete? Will I have to go through more of that pain? Richard winced as he wrapped his arms around his knees. Healing is not an event, Richard. It is a process. It takes time and happens in stages. You will tend to experience your process as painful as long as you resist it and want to hold on. How long will it take? He asked. As long as it takes. It can be a pleasant, exciting, and easy experience, though. Unfortunately, many, because of resistance, don't go through it easily. It is an individual process that can be accelerated, I added. How? There are many factors that determine how quickly you move through your healing, how easily you process. These include your nutrition, exercise, your support system, and a host of other factors. The best way I know to accelerate healing is to apply what I like to call cosmic grease. It is the willingness to embrace with love whatever you find inside yourself. It speeds up process immeasurably. Key thought. Willingness is the cosmic grease that helps you move easily and quickly through your issues. I've heard of changing the past. Is that what I've just done? Your forgiveness did not change the past, but it changed a reality in your mind about the past. There is no reason why the pain of old realities should be carried inside of us. Your relief and release is a good example of the successful use of true forgiveness. It is wise to remember a success like this if resistance to change surfaces in the future. Give yourself a pat on the back. Go ahead, actually pat your back. It is more than a cliche. Intentionally emphasizing the positive effects of an action or attitude is known as a positive anchor. When you anchor things through this kind of emphasis, you will be more inclined to repeat them in the future. I'm kind of sensing what you're saying, Michael, but it's a little overwhelming. I feel better, but I'm still confused. I don't know why. I'm not sure I quite understand what just happened. Richard leaned over and untied his shoes as he spoke. He stretched his legs out in front of him as he settled back into his seat. Even though he didn't understand everything we had covered, he looked more relaxed and comfortable. For the first time since he arrived, the lines in his forehead were softening. Richard, as you undo old patterns, some confusion is normal. Bringing your conflicting thoughts and feelings to the surface as you heal creates that kind of effect. Your relief in the situation with your parents came from spontaneous forgiveness, the kind that happens in an accidental and haphazard fashion. One of the primary tools we offer, which you can learn to use and take home with you, is called the Reality Management Worksheet. The purpose of this tool is to teach, on an experimental level, how both joy and pain are created. It is a reliable scientific method you can use at any time to let pain go and really embrace the joy. If what you're saying is true, I want it, Richard exclaimed. Key thought. Willingness is the key to empowerment. If you want to be empowered, use the key. And that's the end of chapter 10 of Why Is This Happening to Me Again? More tomorrow. What will it be? You know as well as I do at this time. Make it a great day, and bye for now.